New Day would be in Cena.
Guys,
Nah.
they thanked Harvey
Harvey
Weinstein
Cena.
in this movie.
Thanks.
Did they really? Wait,
Yeah,
did they?
thanks.
It
Did they
says
thank him
thanks
by
to
name or
all
just
our
think?
friends at Miramax Films. It counts.
Especially
Okay.
Harvey Weinstein and the Matoran language.
Harvey.
How
That was-
great would it have been to see the Matoran alphabet spell out Harvey Weinstein in these credits?
Harvey, can we trust him?
Harvey, damn.
We already did. Guys, like as soon as the movie started ending, oh gosh, biting Visorak at the end. I forgot. I remember that. There was like an end credits. The little Visorak gets on our face
that
one more time.
walked so Metis's revenge could run.
Yeah.
Dude.
Hey, remember that video you found when you looked up Bionicle videos in Newgrounds? You found that one particular Bionicle video.
Out of here.
Creative
You should
Capers.
you should show that video on stream.
IDS, if you could start your own
Oh,
like
wow.
production
Trying to,
company.
I just want to say, clicking on your stream, sorry, Caleb. I got an ad for a company called Bionic.
That's cool.
Anyway, what's
But
the question
IDS,
you asking me?
if you could come up with your own, you could come up with your own production company for like a CGI art house. Would you call it Creative Rapers?
No.
That's unfortunate.
No.
All right, well we need
call it-
we need a new visual, so I vote we watch Tucker Carlson interview Martin Shkreli.
I feel like we
nah.
Guys, look, it's
We
Martin
should
Shkreli, your
We should
favorite.
watch a Brendan Schaub stand-up special.
Just look up Rick and Morty. Just look up Rick and Morty TikTok compilation. And just have the cosplay Rick and Morty TikToks playing in the background.
That's so old.
It's cringe.
We could do that. Caleb, leave a comment on the video. Oh,
But-
he's so
but-
right.
Oh wait! I know. Caleb, just play Greedy Goblins.
Oh yeah, I should.
Yeah, you could do that, yeah.
But before I do that,
And then every time you die in Greedy Goblins, you go, I can't believe this. You're like, shut up. No one cares about your goblins.
yeah, that's fair.
This-
Wait, before I do that, guys, Osa made a good point. He said, Caleb, leave a
Also
comment on the
funny.
video. What should I comment on the Web of Shadows movie?
You should come. Hello.
You should write. You should just say that whoever was the Matoran translator on this movie made a mistake.
That's so vague, though.
You should actually just highlight the whole entire thing of all of our friends at Miramax, including Harvey Weinstein, cancel Bionicle.
Nah, I think I just need to say something vague and beautiful. Like,
You just put the fingers touching emojis and
fingers
just leave
touching
that.
emojis.
Yeah.
I'll just type that.
Paige is currently urinating, by the way.
No, I'm washing my hands so I can eat food.
Oh, that's pretty.
You're so dirty.
Yes, I need another idea. I did fingers
Hey,
touching
dude,
emoji.
I'm so okay. Quick aside, I want to say this on the stream. Dirty Dirk being revived after so many years. Thanks, Nelly. But also, what the fuck? It's not the original version. Original version is funnier, being uncensored.
Guys, yeah, there's an old Bionicle video that came back called Dirty Dirk. Look it up
Yeah.
on YouTube. Leave a
Yeah,
comment
look it
at the
up.
Real Web of
It's-
Shadows. Oh, that's a good idea.
Look
The Real Web of
it up
Shadows
and
is the
look it up and leave the comment you Piccadilly whore on the video. Real grump heads are going to know that.
Crazy, there was a time where both Danny and John would have been on Game Grumps, on Gum Grimps.
so
Gum Grumps.
crazy, dude.
It was crazy that there was a time where Danny Avidan used to used to actually be fun. Yeah, I don't fucking know.
Oh, hey, I got 3 loves on my comment on Greedy Goblins. Heck yeah.
Well,
Oh.
people thought that the person you commented was real stupid, Coomer.
Okay, I gotta turn this music down.
Chevik, you're Coomer, aren't you? Yes. This is so soft. What can I say? No, it's like. Have you heard the site called?
Why is a green intact Kakama $9?
Oh yeah, Tylex's mask.
It's not even
snapped on
about
us.
his face breaking for using it, because I don't give a shit.
Oh, it's the Tyler. But it kind of matches Tylex to have a broken face.
But but it's annoying because that's like one of the authentic like masks I had from a mask pack as a kid, so it makes me
Oh,
sad
that
that it's
does
broken.
stink.
Yeah.
Wait, what the heck, Cage? You mute the whole
What?
game and the sound for the it still plays?
No,
I muted it. I literally hit the mute button on the whole game and the Your game
no,
sucks, dude.
I don't know. Just hit the mute button on the tab there, and I'll double check it. Maybe the points were put on the right audio track.
Mute site. Sorry, Cage.
Can
Not that
you
I hate.
ask? Can you ask us all questions that you really have wanted to know since the day you were born, please?
Aw. Good night, Caleb, IDS, and Larnu. And happy birthday, Caleb, too. It's coming. It's true. I am coming.
It is in 2 days, right?
It's tomorrow.
1 day? No, yeah, it's tomorrow.
Mike,
Damn.
what are you guys doing for my birthday? Are you farting repeatedly? Because that's all I want for my birthday.
Trust me, dude. Birthday 3 will come out.
What's birthday 3?
I'm gonna do like one of those Yotam Peril birthday song videos, but for
Yo,
your
Tom
birthday.
and Fantasia are the best friends.
Yo, so I'm thinking that like I'm a man with a funny accent and I'm a woman voice. Yeah. You want to stand in a line for like 3 years? Yeah. Okay. We make out one episode.
I'm actually kind of uncomfortable with Cage making fun of my favorite series.
Yeah, that's pretty not cool.
I'm gonna like go Omni-Man on you in a minute.
I
I'm
think,
gonna go Cali Muscle on you in a minute and drink some hyphy mud.
okay.
Rabbit
Cali Muscle versus David Goggins. Who's winning?
I mean, Cali Muscle would just have a heart attack immediately. I think he's nearly dead.
Okay, but Cali Muscle or David Goggins? He's winning the oiled up Twerk.
Did you say Sparkov?
Cali Muscle.
Sparkov,
You're
what are you
like
doing on
you're
my
as
phone?
quiet as Cali Muscle after you had his heart attack.
Wait,
Yeah,
me?
okay. It's who's winning the oiled up Twerk off? As viewers send the competitors in the stream chat, and we'll answer on stream.
I think who's winning the oiled up Twerk off? Yo, Tom or Fantasia?
Fantasia did,
Right, I think
but
you're Tom, that's a good guy.
at the same time, though, like they would both forfeit the match because they are the best friends.
I like how everyone left once the movie ended.
Oh,
Yeah,
shut the fuck up.
they just wanted to watch Web of Shadows 3 and hear our commentary.
We
They
think
know
we're
what
a
it was, but
commentator.
they saw it was the lowest with her tits out.
It's true.
Problematic.
I guess you know what we next time we should just play full-on Family Guy episodes and people will get kicked off.
And you should just be in the
YouTube for
you should just be at the bottom as if you're the Subway Surfers gameplay.
You should just record a video loop of you just nodding your head and just making face reaction faces and just have that looping in the corner.
Ooh, spicy little thing.
Woo, feisty little thing.
You think that if we just made all the Family Guy episodes blood red and played them as footage on our stream, like we wouldn't get caught?
Blood red.
Yeah.
You mean like Virtual Boy graphics?
Yeah. Well, yeah, just like I just put a red filter on it.
Why do we just do a Virtual Boy gameplay? I really want to play Mario Tennis in red.
Do you want to play Mario Clash?
No.
Do you want to play Clash of Clans?
What's wrong with you,
Yes.
man? How can you play
Also,
that?
holy shit! You actually know what a Virtual Boy is, ideas?
I am a Monte Puerco.
I play virtual toys.
Like, I'm
Yeah,
actually
Virtual Boy
surprised.
was Virtual
like-
Boy was my favorite console growing up.
Oh, thanks
I'm
for
actually,
the birthday
um,
wishes, guys.
I'm actually more surprised that you actually knew Mario Tennis was a game on it.
I used to play Mario Tennis like all the time.
I used to play Mario Tenet, which is
David
I used to
Tennis?
play Mario Tennis in reverse because it was really cool that Christopher Nolan made it playable in reverse, dude.
Oh yeah.
Wow, Christopher Nolan has really solved the post-COVID slump with Tenet.
He really went back to his Memento days.
Yeah.
Was Tenet actually any good, or was it kind of gay?
I saw it. It was alright.
It was
but
okay.
Yeah, it was not.
I mean gay as in like the the good old 2000s form of gay.
No, I thought you meant the 2023 homophobic version. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should feel bad about that, Cage.
Yeah.
I think
You should sneak in that like you get 5 points from blowing up rocks in this game, just so that there's another source of.
Yeah, you should have like a Tenet like Easter egg in the game.
Yep.
What do you guys think about that new like building system thing they have for like Ninjago mechs, where it's like rebuilt like pre-bent limbs, sort of like Avatar limbs, Lego.
What are they calling that building system? Like Building 7?
I think it's called
I
like
think
Neo
so.
or some shit.
That's not cool, Cage. That's a really offensive.
Building, I don't get it.
It's a 9/11.
No, never mind.
Building 7 was another building that got blown up in the midst of 9/11, and people don't know exactly how it blew up.
While the Yoga's 2000 story Bible does not make mention of the Moaka, it mentions a giant tiger rahi, Tori, meaning cat in Maori, which may have conceptually evolved into the Moaka.
However, it was renamed Jolokum in the British region because Tory was slang for a political party.
Slang.
True. It's not even slang. It's just the name of the party.
Tori's also the name of a cousin of mine.
Tori. Pew.
Pew pew pew.
You've seen Guy Ritchie's movie Snatch, right?
I have seen Guy Ritchie's Snatch. Yes.
It's very smelly.
What do you?
It's
what
also
do you guys
got like
think?
little dingleberries.
What do you guys
that's
feel?
gross.
What do you feel about the gypsy representation of the casual usage of them being called
It was,
the P word?
let's be real, it was like ahead of its time. The fact that Jitsi was in a movie that long ago is crazy.
Okay, shut the fuck up. I'm gonna go. Ugh,
Finish
why did he grill burp in my eardrum?
Because I was on Jitsi.
You're not. You're on Skype. You dip.
You dip? To me and you dip.
You're gonna dip. I'm gonna dip my cock in this guy's ass chip. Like, please do me.
Oh man, I'm a dip.
Oh man,
Oh,
I bet she's
man.
available.
Oh man,
I
my
doubt
username
it.
is Sip.
Oh man, I'm on round 13 of Greedy Goblins.
That's cool. What's the furthest you got?
I literally made it to like the third to last level on the arcade mode, and then I
Oh,
screwed
shit.
up. I think I made it to the second to last, and I screwed up. The second to last one has a weird trick to it. It's really irritating.
You screwed the pooch on that one, man.
Yup.
Have you? How far have you gone in Greedy Goblins ideas?
Not really that far. I'm bad at games.
You should try.
I want to say maybe like the 7th level.
Ooh.
So not very far.
When I make a full like proper release rather than like smaller browser games, are you gonna commit to playing it through all of it, or just gonna be like, nah, man?
It's not
Nah,
even a
man,
man
it's
thing. I
big.
should just do it.
Nah, man, I bet it's
I
not.
need to get a little bit more greedy, to be honest.
I am already in the top 10 rankings of this game. So.
Kind of greedy the way I keep gobbling. Who in the comments has actually watched Greedy Goblin? I mean, not watch. Who's read the Greedy Goblins comic in the
Ooh,
comments?
that is a good
Yeah.
question.
Should show on stream. You should also show the angry review on stream.
Actually, why don't we read through the comic on stream? We should do a dub.
Yeah.
We should do a dub Clifferoo about it.
We should. Cliffaroo.
How has that not been mentioned in like
Cliffaroo.
50 years?
Because that email, I don't use it anymore, sadly.
What's dub out Cliffaroo?
It's basically okay. So the long story is that when I was a
Are you like sword fighting fucking Neverland pirates? What's going on here?
Oh, I'm eating.
anyway in the classic days of
No, it's just me scooping food into my mouth sounded like sword fighting.
yes.
Yes.
All right. So come on, let's do. So it's Cliffaroo or Dubbaroo or Skankaroo?
Okay, I'm trying to blow up goblins real quick.
Caleb
Yeah.
eats Dunkaroos.
Hey, don't be biting on goblins like that. They make some great stuff. Where do you
Also,
think I
Kate,
get my
real
greed
quick,
from?
did someone said something along the lines of like you could get double points if you kill more goblins in one shot? Is that true?
I haven't been able to experience that glitch myself.
I don't. Yeah, maybe I misread that, but
I think probably what ended up happening was the guy had like weird settings on his browser, so the game had some processing stuff, and certain things were processing double on frames or something like that.
interesting.
More so engine and browser compatibility glitch rather than a game glitch itself.
So hello,
Because
Bajango. Also, hey, ideas. What's the difference between a Lamborghini and a dead body?
What's that?
I don't know. What is the difference? I'm waiting for the punchline. It's a really riveting conversation, guys.
I'm waiting for the punchline too.
This is Centimus Prime holding us up.
I just stepped out for a minute to help my wife because I'm abandoning her. and
Your
my son,
wife?
So we can talk about dub.cliffaroos.
Are you excited about the prospect of the TVA in Deadpool 3?
Actually, I don't want. I don't want to deal with that fucking gay extended universe shit.
Why not, dude? I really like. aren't you going to be really excited when Tobey Maguire, Wolverine, Hugh Jackman, and Blade are all going to be in the same movie one day?
Only if Blade goes Blade, and and Toby says, "I'm going to put some dirt in your eye."
Aren't they trying to get the Copperhead guy from or Coppermouth or Cottonmouth?
No,
whatever his
yeah,
name is?
well,
He's gonna play
apparently
Blade now.
he got like he nearly left the project because apparently he was only going to be in a quarter of the movie, and they wanted a female play at the lead, which sounds like so like a parody of what people of Marvel is doing right now that it almost doesn't sound real, but apparently that's like a real leak.
Yeah, I know that stuff is that it's a problem.
Yep.
Like the idea,
Just like Greedy Goblins. Level
Yeah,
19.
because people don't know this, but after you beat episode, like the trick to Greedy Goblins is there's actually an extra 40 levels of the game. It's just like after you beat the first levels, you end up playing as the woman elf instead, and the dwarf is seen as like a complete idiot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like completely
gonna-
emasculate the good dwarf.
Good dwarf.
The good dwarf, good dwarf for dwarfs.
Omar Godorfi. Oh,
Christ.
dude, that should totally be in the next one. When you make the sequel where the goblins are the main characters, Omar Godorfi should be the bad guy.
Goblin Mateen.
Welcome.
But anyway, we gonna dub the comic? We should do that.
Oh yeah.
Apparently it's racist, sexist, and horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too hot for television. Too hot for my pussy.
Also, I forgot to go back and check the punchline. I hope Sentimus Prime has left a great punchline. Let's see.
I hope Sentimus Prime sent me a nice.
It did not. Also, everyone saying, "Bring back Peter. Bring back Peter."
Peter,
He need it.
He's napping, but we'll bring him up.
Wake him up. Yeah, you just wake up and be like, "Yeah, wake up, son! It's time for the coffee."
up.
The Peter's like,
Also,
"Hey."
I'm gonna go pee.
Togum's covered in makeup.
He's gonna go Peter. Let's see.
Ooh,
Let's
well,
pull up.
you're-
Let me
check
know.
it
I'm gonna check the.
out.
I'm gonna check the. Gotta check some Grady Goblins code real quick while he does that.
Heck
Where-
yeah. I love that.
Because
Okay,
that-
this level is genuinely good because you make all of them blow each other up when you time it just right. Very good.
Which one?
I think it's level 20.
Maybe I should have put a level counter in the HUD.
Yeah, that would have been helpful. Well, I'll tell you retroactively what the next level is.
Yeah.
Okay, it was 21. It was level
Okay.
21.
21. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good level.
The way I design I do think that like Greedy Goblins, the way I designed the levels was in order to kind of get a good grasp like scope of difficulties is that I scaled it so like the latter parts of the levels kind of get more to kind of are more difficult and going to be kind of more to akin to like people who play a lot of video games are going to do them, but there's a good chance that you're going to get a game over in them and you're going to have to try to play through a couple times to do a complete run. While the first levels I skewed pretty easy on them, and I think it's some reviews like a couple of people almost complain about it's interesting because while a couple reviews complained about like the game almost being a little too easy in the beginning, most people like the difficulty balance in that direction, and that's like a huge thing you have to take into account with video games is that not all like audiences, like target audiences, people who are actually going to get their hands and play the games are at equal skill levels. People who play browser games aren't going to be as like seasoned as like basically like the super turbo PC player who's like downloading all of like the latest games and has like the most perfect gaming rig. So because of that, as weird as it sounds, if you make a game too hard, actually you're going to get it's going to frustrate people, and thus people are going to not see it as favorably. A lot of times, if people will actually get like I've had experience where a game had more negative reviews when the difficulty was higher, but when I balanced the difficulty to be lower, it became better received. So as much as it's hard to say without basically making it sound like you're just being like, oh, players are like idiots and such, but a lot of people will play a game, and if the game basically is difficult for them to get into immediately, they're going to run into this thing where they're going to basically, impulsively leave a negative review on your title. Same time though, also the game needs to be engaging enough so people actually will play through it to get to like when the meat and potatoes get into the game. And you don't want it to just basically be too boring in its easy difficulty, but also you don't want it to be too hard because then it alienates people. That's like the tongue and pull that you run into with level balancing when making a title. And that's something that designers have to think about, and players are just going to be thinking more on the surface level of, oh, I'm having fun and I'm not having fun, not the why.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep, it's true.
um I will say game development is a little bit tricky because of the fact that I like talking about this sort of stuff, but also I know consciously that publicly people only want to hear so much about it compared to some artistic mediums. Some people are cool about hearing about the nitty gritties about people will be okay with people talking about film at nauseum, but when it comes to certain things even music and games, with those two things, if unless if you're actually somebody who makes that sort of stuff, most appreciators aren't going to listen to nauseating discussion of people talking shop about it. They're going to kind of almost be like, ah, shut up, nerd, about it.
Yeah.
You get that with comedy too. You have the conceit of, if you have to explain a joke, it's not funny. But at the same time, also technique exists in comedy, and comedians do talk shop about comedy all the time.
Yeah, Lego Technic exists in comedy.
But but because of that,
Is there a
it's
stand-up comedian who just talks so exclusively about Lego Technic?
What's the deal with this fake suspension? I mean, it's not pneumatic.
Shut up, nerd.
Hey, don't talk shit on my show. You have a weird haircut.
Oh, you care. What about the guy whose name's Jala?
Hey, 40 years ago, I'd have you upside down with a fucking fork in your
No.
Close.
I'm dreaming of a.
I'm kind of surprised at
Christmas.
how ingrained so many of these levels are in my head now. I've tried this darn thing.
I'm trying to set up a game for us, but it's just being very difficult right now.
What game are you setting up?
You'll see, motherfucker. You'll see, motherfucker. You'll see.
Oh, I always had to say that multiple times in a row, even though it was originally the thing.
Because it's interesting.
Mhm.
Anyway, you guys keep talking about goblins and noblins while I'm doing this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cage, I'm killing your game right now. I'm it's really legitimately amazing.
I murdered a line. That's why I murdered a line. That's why I had to eat a line.
I murder a line one word at a time. You never heard of a child as perverted as mine. I really got to get him off porn. He's really weird.
That's fair.
Daddy, I like BBL now. Shut the fuck up.
You'll get daddy's BBL in a minute.
Oh no, you fucking don't.
Oh God, no.
Don't stop me now.
Dun, drop that. Dun, dun, dun.
I'm dropping that dun dun. I'm dropping that dun dun.
The dark, the bright green goblins are so much scarier.
The Metro Green Goblins.
Yep.
Where did I actually use that? This is actually messing with me. I actually can't find out where in the code I actually put the coin sound effect at.
You look like Messi.
You look at Che Guevara.
Shake your booty.
I gotta say, I do love how this game just has, there's really good balancing with some of the things like the slow goblins see you immediately and start moving, but the fast goblins have give you a second, they're much faster, but they give you a little bit of warning.
Yeah, add in a little bit of a thanks.
Yeah, sort of oh, they saw me, I gotta run. Because you have to use the run button. When I first started playing this game, I didn't know that the run button was it. So I was just failing to escape my own blast zones.
Yeah, you got a blast.
Yep.
To the stars to buy candy bars.
Yeah.
Kid with a knack for Nakoni.
For adventure.
All right, I'm at level 30.
Just
Also, Kid, did you program this in? There's a technique that that channel that played through all the levels, not in arcade mode, and figured out how to beat every single one of them. If the ghosts see each other, they are frozen. Did you do that on purpose?
Oh, that's weird. Actually, never heard of anybody bring that up.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like in one level, it
Why is
only
this
works
so
in one
difficult?
level where
Mhm.
if you blow up the 3 blocks, the two
Mhm.
ghosts that pop up, they're stuck because they see each other.
Leave it in.
Yeah, yeah,
Let
exactly.
people
I
let
think
people
that's
cheat.
cool. I
Yeah.
think that's cool because it's only one level works like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, like I think that like at a certain point, it's like if certain things like there's a point where some things you fix in a game, and then some things you just kind of let them have their fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
I think that's cool.
Yeah.
In fact, I thought it was on purpose, but nope.
Hmm. Where is?
A super powered mind.
Yeah. Where?
Royal!
Ugh.
Actually, can't find that. That's wait. This is weird. I'm gonna hop off stream for a second so I can do some debugging thing because like some I'll explain it in a minute.
Okay. Meanwhile, I'm trying to do this. So Caleb, how has life been as adapting as a father? Why didn't you tell the children who are watching how things have been?
Oh, they've been pretty good, pretty good. I've been raising my child. I've been bouncing him around. I've been getting frustrated and like throwing him against the wall when he screams, and it's
Cool.
been great.
That's nice. That's cool. I mean, that's trendy.
It is trendy. I feel like it should become a trend to throw your baby.
Yeah. Throw a baby at another baby.
Baby crossover, literally.
Yeah, I like make my baby very cross every day.
Hey, when you said that like the coin sound effect was playing after you muted the game, was it the menu sounds or was it actually picking up a coin during gameplay?
No, no, no. It wasn't the coin. It was the little the you get to the girl and then the goblin grabs her away again. The
Oh,
end.
the sound
Yeah.
effects in that sequence. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, because like I was looking at the wrong spot, and also weird piece of graded goblins trivia. The thing that actually the player actually emits the coin sound effect, not the coins themselves.
Oh, why is that?
It's just um there's like a timer where like if a player hits the coins, like the coin sound goes up in pitch after he hits coins. So when you hit a chain, it's do 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 do
Oh,
do.
that's fun. Yeah, I
So
like that.
yeah, so I couldn't
Oh
really get
shoot,
that
I
effect in
forgot.
there if the sound effect was being governed by the coins themselves because they clear out the sequence so they wouldn't remember the timing there. So it's like if you collect the coins, then you're within like a second of one another. Yeah, it will go up in the next pitch.
Yeah.
I think it's like a 0.1 semitone or something like that. Or I mean like dB. That's actually what it is. Actually, I don't know. Well, who cares? Anyway, what the actual value is? Let's see. Sound effects. Where's the sound?
Sound effects, sound effects, sound
Audio
effects,
stream
sound
player.
effects, sound effects, sound effects. The concept of sound.
Okay, so master.
I don't know.
Thank you,
Uh,
Master.
oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. All of this stuff is in the bus master, not the sound effects. Cool. Okay. Um, fix that.
Okay. I don't know how to do this.
What are you figuring out, dude?
So, okay. I have designed a Bionicle bracket, and we're going to basically, I've picked a selection of random Bionicle characters, and we're going to debate on who we think is the best character in a ever given selection to figure out of this selection who the best Bionicle character is.
Cool.
And I've just picked random characters at random, and we're going to just go through a process of elimination based on their powers, based on how we like them, and based on just intangible things like fuck that other character, we hate them.
Mhm,
That's
So
fair.
we can get a little debate going. There's three of
Oh,
us as well, so we can have like tie breaks and shit.
mhm.
I don't know how to display this on screen though.
um, is there like a link to it? Is it like a public link or?
No, I might have to just. Can you put the Skype screen share? I don't know how this would work.
This
In
has
fact, let
been
me
my
see if I.
best run, by the way. I haven't like every time I've lost a heart, I've been able to replace it really quickly, and now at the hard levels, I'm not losing any hearts, which is great.
I wonder if I can I share this. Share. Okay, whenever you're done, Caleb, tell me if you can actually view this because it'd be good to have this on. Oh no, it's literally generated like that. Gross. One sec.
You're gonna let out the. You're gonna let out.
Yeah,
Dude,
apparently I am.
this game is so good.
Ah, okay, maybe this works. Can you edit this? Okay, well, this is just a random selection of Bionicle characters, Kayla. Oh no,
Okay.
why has it done that? If you click the link, will it load? I think it will. Okay.
This level is really frustrating because
Score count.
it's hard. It's hard to get all of the coins.
Okay.
If
Yeah.
you click into that cage, can you see all the what you're supposed to be seeing?
Yeah, and you can press like a little arrow to make them go up.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Perfect. So let's look away. Cage, look away until Caleb's ready. Anyway,
Okay.
I mean they're all Bionicle characters. It'll be good to kind of just talk on it. Like some good Bionicle content, and
Oh,
people can chime in.
I'm such
Yeah,
an idiot.
use the chime map to become a map.
Yeah.
Oh
What the
crap! I hate this level. I've wasted 2 of my hearts. This is why I want the if you legitimately saved up the whole game, I want to. Oh crap! I'm screwed. I hate this
Damn.
level so much.
That is looking for a publisher to we're going to if people want more goblins, you need to partner up with somebody who's going to handle marketing and also no help with other aspects too for greedy goblins if we're going to commit to making more. This game has been front page on Newgrounds for about a month and it has like 50K plays, so I mean it's actually better traction than most game pitches out there.
Yep.
So.
Also, just saying that the punchline to Sentimus Prime's joke was I'll have to repeat the joke. What's the difference between a Lamborghini and a dead body?
I don't know.
Who knows? It's I have a Lamborghini in my garage. Don't be mean. That's a very good
That is
joke.
mean.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh gosh.
What is wrong with you, Cage?
Oh come on.
Come on,
Dang.
guys, get this Cage guy. Fuck him up.
I hate
Sentimus
this.
Prime is a murderer, and I respect that.
I lost.
My favorite Transformers is Head to Miss Prime.
Okay. Also, Caleb, you lost, so let's move on to this.
Yeah. Hey, I did make it the leaderboard though. In fact, this game is now 9th place.
You should call yourself Sentimus Prime on the leaderboard.
Sorry, Cage. I was mad.
What?
In fact, this game is now 9th on the rankings.
Yeah.
I was mad.
Caleb is doing everything to taunt. You know, all those negative comments are actually Caleb's ults.
Yeah. It's his alt and like right that he's
Yep.
part of the alt right.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's okay. So Caleb, there's a link in the Skype chat, and then and then you can put that shit on screen, and then we have a little debate where we can just see who's gonna win out of this random selection of Bionicle characters.
The debate be?
Let's
like
go.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Ding dong. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is a fun idea. I like this.
Mm-hmm.
I like Elsa. Okay. Hey Louie, I'm a fire alarm. Ah ha 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 ha. Hey, yeah, did you see the punchline? Did you guys read all these?
Yeah, I read it
Oh,
to
yeah.
you.
You're awesome. Okay. So we get.
So this is I think the criteria is whatever the hell. Whether we like the character, the powers, who would win.
We're
we hate the
off
other
with a
character.
hard one right off the bat. Tahu versus
Tahu.
Makuta.
Tahu's the goat. Tahu's the
Okay.
goat.
Over Makuta?
But Makuta,
Yeah.
Makuta's being knocked out so early.
Yeah. Okay. Hear me out. Okay. Makuta like competition for thinking like first few years here, like but by the time you get to like 2008 and like Makuta has become like a whole species and all that, and his
We're
real
not
name
talking
is-
species. In fact, the first one I accidentally forgot to call him the Makuta in this one.
Okay, but I was gonna say though, it's like, but you find out Makuta is a species name, and Makuta really turns out his real name is Icarax, Greg's WoW character.
Makuta's name is not Icarax. It's fucking Pterodax.
That's what I meant. Point being is point being is it's Greg's WoW character. Okay.
That's fair. Yep.
Yeah, but that's what's happened. Yeah, but look.
Yeah.
Makuta
Makuta got lamer over time. Tahu still stays cool.
Well, let me say this: Makuta had two goated set forms, Maxilos and the 2003 Titan.
It's true.
Yeah, but
Tahu had Mystica and fucking Stars, and he's got Poopier and G2.
He also has the face of the franchise, and he has the How.
The How is
Makuta's
pretty sick.
Makuta's original face was just evil
How.
Tahu.
You want to
Evil
know
Tahu.
something really
But
interesting about this
Tahu is the
comparison?
standard. Okay.
These are the only two masks, Makuta's and Tahu's, that you can get on like the not Timu. What's the other?
Wish.
Oh, on AliExpress. Yeah.
AliExpress. Yeah, there's a guy who's like making them in all colors. And
Because
they're
he knows they knew about this debate. But let me say this, right?
Yep.
Makuta's most iconic quote, the whole fucking "I am nothing" shit,
Yeah.
pops any Tahu line, except
No.
you care about scratches of the goated line, but still.
Yeah.
No, excuse me, but fire has no brothers. Fire consumes balls.
That is true. You have made more videos about Tahu's line than you have about Makuta's line.
Tahu's.
Actually, no. What am I talking about? Makuta is the goated line. You actually believe I would let them return?
Yeah.
But the Tahu says you care about scratches. Which has led to an iconic stream highlight moment. You actually care about snatches? I'm gay. Tahu is the goat.
I think
Makuta is good.
Makuta has never. I will say Makuta has never had a bad set. But we're talking exclusively G1. And actually, Makuta never actually got a set in G2 officially. So Makuta's never had a bad set.
Makuta. I feel like Makuta is depreciated in value while Tahu is still like
to be that, I think we could say that, but at the same time, they come with caveats. Like Maxilos has his own little issues, and Makuta 2003 is a good set, but limited articulation, not the best balancing for posing.
Like
yeah, but Maxilos is technically the most articulated Bionicle set of all time.
That is true.
In terms of like humanoid articulation, he's the only one of these motherfuckers that can shrug.
That is true. That's pretty sick.
I think Tahu, because Tahu like set the standard as like the cultural footstone of what a Bionicle is, and his iconography was used to represent Makuta and Manui before they actually had proper designs done of themselves. And Tahu, like even though like the whole entire Mistaka form exists.
Whoa, it's eating tarts over here, Mistaka.
Yeah, but I don't. I think. I will say Tahu Mystica is a bad Tahu design, but I don't feel like it ruined the character. And yeah, but Makuta, like as time went on, again Makuta like because I really don't like Makuta being a species.
No, I don't like that either, and I think. But though I don't think it does cheapen the Makuta's mystique, but as the character, I don't think it cheapens him. The Makuta species thing was such a big miss when you can literally keep it exactly the same. You could call it just the Brotherhood of Makuta. That still makes sense without making that the species. And those characters could just be disciples of Makuta. Make it interesting. Make one of them again, it would be a bit of a stretch. One of them one of Sidorak species. Make one of them all new species. Just make them disciples of Makuta.
Just make them ex-Dark Hunters.
Yeah, exactly. There's so much you could do with that, but Greg is a morbidly obese guy, so it's
heck. Actually, if they actually wanted to be smart, with that year, they should have made them all ex-Dark Hunters that got extra powers from Makuta, and make their names parallel actual Dark Hunters that we've read about in canon that never had set designs. So just canonize those old characters.
And not only that, but it would also make sense the fact that Nuva can fight them, because the Makuta are so powerful. The fact that 6 of them, they struggled against 6 Raak sheep. The fact that they're on par. I know they have adaptive armor and they've got experience stuff. The fact that they're going toe to toe with elite Makuta in 2008 is actually nuts. One of them should have been able to clear all 6 easy.
But notice that in all this debate, we're talking about rewriting Makutas and not rewriting any of the Toa source situation.
Is it fair to say that
I feel like that's a point for Tahu.
But we've been talking about the species.
Also, wait, but this sound a good question? Is Makuta's also not characterized like completely the same throughout?
I mean, okay. So
Tahu has
the question,
more consistent character.
The question here is, okay, if I can see Tahu, is Tahu going to clear?
Yeah, I voted Tahu already.
That is a good question too, because Kopaka and Matau are right up next, and they're gonna. That means either Tahu's gonna fight Kopaka or Matau next.
Yeah,
brother.
but we'll see when we get there. But for now, I think
I'm happy to concede Tahu. I want to play devil's advocate. I think it's not as easy as you're saying it is.
No,
is what
it's
I'm
not.
saying.
I agree.
I feel like that. I feel like Tahu is basically, even though Makuta and Manui are like the main big players of Bionicle, I get, but Tahu in of himself is Bionicle.
I would argue Tahu and Makuta are the big players, honestly, versus Manui.
Yeah.
And the fact they had the audacity to omit Mata Nui completely from a reboot is insane.
Yeah. But I like.
Okay, so are we pushing?
I
Let's push
guess it.
Tahu.
Yeah, let's just say Tahu. Like,
Okay.
I'll dick right Tahu more in a few minutes. I think anybody who's going to say Makuto over Tahu isn't taking account to the later parts of the story, nostalgic blindness
Well,
from the
look.
sets, or it's just an edgy fuck.
Well, a gigolo is agreeing with you in the comments.
Yeah.
For me, pterodactyl is just kind of overused in the whole I'm defeated but not really 5 times. O3 Makuta form not being used too much. And that doesn't help since for some reason the movie version entirely did.
Yeah, but the movie version is goated.
Yeah. Now
Okay,
here's
so-
my
All right,
Darth
up
wins
next.
this round.
hot
Matt-
take. I'm gonna be bold here because I get that Mata are kind of like the the special class. They're like the ones that you're supposed to say they're the right answers in the situation. But I'm saying Matau because Bionicle 1 and Bionicle 2
Wait,
made Matau goated. I mean Bionicle 2 and 3.
wait,
no, sorry.
wait. Matau's not up next. It's Kopaka and Makuta.
No, it's Kopaka Matau.
Yeah.
Are you guys looking at the thing?
Yeah.
it's
3 and
Kopaka
4.
Mata.
Oh,
You're reading some extra letters in there, dude.
oh, interesting.
Yeah, are you looking in the right place? Because it says Kopaka Matau.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like
So-
anyone in the stream will see that it says Makuta, so maybe I'm wrong.
Wait, where? Wait, I'm looking at the stream now. Oh yeah, on the stream it says Makuta.
Did you edit it?
Because oh, he did edit it. This slimy bitch.
Chica Mita Frika Wika.
I also
So what? You're going Matau over Kopaka?
that's a tough
Uh,
one. That is really tough.
I'm going Matau because don't get me wrong, Kopaka is a cool character and such, but Matau, like when you compare like all of the Toa Metro and such, like okay, as much as we like Onewa and such, let's be real, he's not really main character status like out of the bunch.
Yeah.
Like Metro don't have like even distribution of who's the main players and who aren't the main players. Mata had a better distribution of that. But with the Metro though, it's like it was really of Akama and Matau were like the two most important Toa out of that group, and I really have a hard time not be arguing in favor for Matau because aside from the fact that his character personality and archetype is more to my personal taste of like what I like in characters, Kopaka is a key player, but like Matau stands out amongst his group. Most of the Metros are kind of actually most of the Metros like I don't know. I don't think I think I'm just gonna ramble if I say more.
That's fair. I feel like you know what? In order to mix things up, I'm going to make my vote completely dependent on what you guys agree on based on like memes. So, who is the better? So my question is, who's the better? Which is better?
So okay, what memes? Matau has. I'm kind of monster. He has. You're right, Fakama. I am weak.
Well, no. Here's I'm gonna have to frame it though because my caveats will be completely based on my memes. So you guys have to decide which is better: Jacomics 98's performance as Matau in Matau's Mistake, or ADS 5621's performance as Kopaka.
I was gonna say like if you're gonna if we're strictly speaking to canon, that's one debate. But if we're going to talk about like community impact and stuff, then yeah, Kopaka, Bob Humders really gives Kopaka an edge. I mean, the fact that we live in a world where Kopaka goes that Durst, cock, and the phrase cock and angle is funnier than the actual Matau line.
Well, to be fair, we did say I said this is powers, character,
any reason.
memes, whatever the fuck we want.
For
So
any
Yeah.
reason.
we've
Yeah.
given it to Kopaka.
I guess.
Yeah, it's
Also, I may have stacked this too big because we actually have a lot to go through.
okay. I'll just say is like if we're being are we being stupid or are we
Just
being
pick-
real?
Hey, pick whatever you want.
I'm going to choose Matau just because I wanted to see what you guys choose, but
That's
Matau's
fair.
what I'm walking into.
I'm going for Kopaka just for really.
Yeah, and that's my meme answer too. Unfortunately, sorry.
Okay.
Again,
No,
mine is
then
only
Kopaka-
only gonna
So
be based on
it's-
memes. I'm
Okay,
gonna try
so-
and think of whatever memes I can.
Okay, Axon and Rudaka. It's next year. Okay, so
Nope.
basically,
So Axon has. Don't you realize these are the only four things fight?
Whatever the hell
Yeah.
it is.
And
yeah, but you have the
Rudaka's-
whole entire Chronicles of Jala series influence with them. But also, Rudaka has porn.
I'm
Yeah.
going Axon.
Axon is just
Yeah.
Underrated. He's just such a fucking badass.
I kind of I'm on the fence on if it's a point in favor or against Axon. That used to be like a warhead, like ruthless warlord dickhead, before
It's
becoming
funny, man.
like a moral righteous like sort of order Nui
No,
guy.
I also love. No, I love that fact because the fact is, it just demonstrates that he's making the choice to be good. He could
Yeah.
destroy everything if he really wanted to. I love that.
It's funny.
Okay. Yeah, but it's also like I don't know. When I found out about that fact about Axon, I thought it was kind of a little strange. I was like, that kind of makes his characterization a little weird, but
It does.
It's like we were talking about earlier. I think pre-stream. It's like the guys that are really righteous are the ones that are actually have the shady past.
yeah. What was what the Bionicle Stars commercial saying? Like builds from a distant past.
Heroes
Like,
from a distant past.
okay, so like, but again, though Rudaka though, like that's the sexy Bionicle, and she's too sexy to lose on the list.
And Rudaka does make Web of Shadows amazing. So
Yeah.
it's really comes down to that.
Yeah.
I'm going Axon too.
yeah.
Let's move on. We got to keep this going.
Okay, fine. We'll do Axon. I'm not convinced on Axon, but I'll concede to Kopaka.
Concede.
Now,
Okay,
I'm
Noriko.
going to
Also,
start with
we
the
should
meme.
also introduce.
Oh,
we should also say-
Wise makes this old makes me vote for Norik over Raak.
But Leevok has
That's
Leevok
the
has
Bohrok.
That's
not the
what I
Rock.
yeah Leevok.
Also, let's quickly get
Leevok
the
is
peop-
Cowan.
so-
Cowan LF. Remember his iconic performance? As
Also, I'll just
Leevok
say this
in-
quickly. I just would include what people are saying. Kopaka's one-liners. Kopaka was the first main character in the comics before Tahu. That's true.
Mm, yep.
Smalash says, "What about Nokama? The Metro are better as Taragas. The times Tower felt so short. Yeah, there wasn't. Yeah, but also wasn't. Yeah, not crazy deep for me. Axon is dope. Dwarf Titan is cool. He believes in redeeming his buddy Rudaka, which wins me over, even if it is a little cheesy. Yes.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
So I mean, what we're going Norik over Leewa. The problem with Bohrok are they are great as a swarm. They're not really
Yeah.
characters.
Yeah.
But
So,
guys, my Leevok
there's
was
no.
like a
Sorry,
pyramid
but Wise
scheme.
makes this old. Wise makes this old. Wise makes this old. Wise makes this old.
Uh,
Norik wins.
All right, continue. Pohatu versus Mataka. Dang, that's
Oh, this is a bad one. Like
the custom
Kopatu,
Bionicle Wiki mascot versus.
the Marta mascot.
sorry, guys. Pohatu. It's obvious.
It's like yeah. I mean, Brutaka
Okay.
is an amazing character, and his set is amazing. But like Phatu is Phatu. Phatu is
Like,
my favorite Bionicle character.
Okay. Leewa versus another brainless enemy Bionicle. Leewa
Yeah,
wins.
that's
Uh,
correct.
He's got the powers of disintegration.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah, but no personality. Sorry, but anybody with a personality beats
oh,
like
this
limited
one's tough.
mythical evil
Avak
monster.
versus Thok.
These two are actually my favorite Paraka. So
I thought though.
I'm going Thok as well. But
Yeah.
Avak is so good. I love Avak.
We love
Yeah,
it.
all the Paraka are kind of like, why are you making me do this? I'm pick one of you. But Thok is like,
Yeah, you can stick Raak at the bottom.
I was gonna say, I'll put it this way: Thok it's actually debatable. If Thok and Tahu go head and head, I'm going to be sweating a little bit actually.
It's gonna happen. It might happen.
So Thok would give you more trouble than Makuta. That's crazy.
Because because Thok just falls into a character archetype I love, and
Yeah.
also
Thok.
and also his design is just too cool.
It is
Honestly,
pretty
like
He's
cool.
so sick.
uh,
It's
sh-
funny because he technically has the most basic spine, just straight
Mhm.
spikes, but the face is just too good. Thok is
Yeah.
fucking amazing.
yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
Because like you have some like the Paraka, I feel like it could be like I could see some people arguing. And I'm like, okay, that's a fair opinion. And somebody's like, yeah, I feel like that element of the Paraka is just a little too much in the design. But Thok is just like the perfect balance of everything, and
And
it's
I
just like
actually think it creates great variance in
Mhm.
clones. For example, like Thok, Zaktan, and Avak are the big feet Paraka, right? But their
Mhm.
spines are so different. The only two Paraka that I feel, in fact, the big feet Paraka are more unique. Raak, sorry, no, yeah, actually, Raak has double spine. Actually, I was gonna say the ones that are the only ones that are very similar are Harkan and Vizok. To be honest, they both have chin bumps and they both have straight spikes. Those are the only
Mhm.
two that are actually very similar. But the rest of the Paraka, and still they're different enough. The rest of the Paraka are like really varied. Like Zaktan looks very different based on. I know it is a bit of a cheat with One Piece, but come on, biomechanical, it makes sense. They're cool.
wait, One Piece.
The One Piece is real.
Okay, but
I have one
let's
piece
see
of
what-
my penis sticking out of my
Yeah.
pants. So Sorry about that.
But yeah, I'm going Thok. Avak is very
Yeah.
close. but Thok.
Number 12, Thok.
Can we just
I
I
go
also love the
skip
fact
this
that
one
Avak has the
to
big fat face.
Cardass?
Vizon versus Golly Golly.
Why?
Oh, yeah,
Excuse
no, I
me,
see
I
that.
wanted Bohrok to win, dude.
So Cardass wins, and also Golly beats Vizon. They're like, I'm the Joker, baby, versus
Yeah, but
versus
Garly's an idiot.
yeah,
true.
but that's what I like about her.
But guy,
But
I gotta be honest, Cage. I'm giving my vote to Vizon in honor of the Shadowed 1-1.
no, I'm gonna give my vote to Golly.
I'm just because of the egregious fight earlier of Tahu, I'm going Vizon as well.
Fuck you. So you're gonna let personal bias completely sway like real rational things.
That's
It's
just
like
funnier.
you're
It's
not.
funny.
Excuse me, but we think rationally and logically here. Okay, like we don't.
Look.
You don't give into impulse and emotion.
Look, facts don't care about your feelings, so I'm gonna pick something completely
Well,
based
so
on my
this
feelings.
one's
Okay, so Metis versus a bug.
I'm going Click. Nah, actually, no, Click sucks.
I actually.
Um,
I kind of want to say Click just because Metis is so stupid too. like I don't like Metis at all, and Click is just kind of
But
like
Metis
it,
was such a twist,
No, well,
dude.
okay, look, I don't like the Legendary Ball. Metis is actually probably one of the best bits of it.
He is-
He actually has a voice actor doing something other than I'm generic stern man.
Yeah, it's true.
yeah, he was just like just a businessman. I'm a businessman, and he had that gay snake cartoon too with Click later. Click is
So
like
they're both- so they're
Also
both in it.
loves
They're
that
both
okay, but
in it.
hear me out though. Click is consistently like the dumbest thing ever. Metis
Click-
became the dumbest thing
The
ever.
fact that Click is genuinely considering Bionicle is one of them, like actually took it kind of seriously, and they gave Madanui I hate the word, but the god of Bionicle, a fucking bug sidekick. Fuck Click.
Okay, but I want to at least get to build a situation where the Solek beats Ranu, and then we have a situation where Click beats Solek.
Solek is not beating Ranu. I purely on the stupid Solek meme. I
Yeah.
actually prefer Solek to Ranu, but I'm getting Ranu going because
I'm
Ranu
gonna
and
vote for
Metronui.
Ranu too.
Okay, so we're gonna do Metis and Ranu, I guess is the
Yeah.
situation. Like
Yeah.
a Metis and Ranu. Okay, what about get Nadinki. Nadinki
Yeah.
over Kraka. I'm sorry, but
Yeah.
Nadinki, you just have get Nadinki.
Good.
Even though I might actually like Kraka as a
That's
set and a
Kreka's.
character
That's
a
funny.
bit
That's
better.
Kreka's meme.
Yeah,
Kraka's
but it's
always
also
said it.
but it's also Nadinki.
Yeah, it's true. It's a funnier name.
Also Cancer Wasteland.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's cool in it.
So what? Are we going Cracker now?
No, Nadinki.
Also,
Oh, okay.
Oso said, "What's wrong with the bug sidekick? WTF? You never played with Sonic the Hedgehog bugs that live under the rock?"
More of a reason to hate bugs.
That's not a thing in a Sonic game ever. You don't ever play with a bug.
Damn,
the only-
Gigolo is saying Cracker is the worst Titan set.
Dang. Yeah.
Listen here. I'm gonna just have the Stephen Crowder beer pong table on the campus so you debate me and change my mind.
So okay, so are we're still going Nadiki.
I don't-
yeah,
I don't know
Nadinki.
if what is the worst Titan set? Oh,
No, but the
easy one is
Tama-
It's Tawamata Nui. Like there are some good
yeah.
aspects of that set. Like the fingers are cool, the waist design is really cool, but the rest of it is a shitter version of the Takanuva Titan, and the collars are horrible, and the head is just not
Oh, and
designed for that set. They made a
also
tiny
just
little head.
just above him is the friggin' Swamp Strider. That's not a very good one either.
See, I count the vehicles separate of the Titans just because while they fit that slot, one are humanoids, one are vehicles.
That is a good point. Yeah.
But for like
I feel like on a technical level there might be like a worse build than the Toamanui set, but it is the one. But Toamanui doesn't sit well with me as it's mostly the color combination.
it's the
actually,
color
is what
combination,
gets me.
and actually the Takanuva incorporations are like Takanuva as a Titan is really good.
Oh
And
yeah, no, it's one of my
it just
favorite
does
sets.
everything worse. It's
Yeah.
like literally just lazy design. Like why are the lower legs shield pieces? Why are the arms just? It just doesn't work in any way. It looks again, which is a shame because the hands and the piston waist is actually really cool designs that should have been used on something good.
Also, Oso said maybe Sonic would be better if he played with Bug.
Excuse me, but you had Charmy the Bee though.
Oh,
You don't-
Charmy the
perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not
'cause-
bees under rock, but
Yeah,
Charmy
bees
the
and
Bee.
hedgehogs look so similar. It's crazy.
Listen,
Their
all I'm
design.
gonna say, if Charmy's design pisses you off, don't look up the new lizard character added in the news game.
They
If-
put
if-
Lizzo and Sonic. I'm not
Yeah, they
surprised.
put
Now,
they put Lizard
They
the
should
Hedgehog.
replace Shermie with Sherman, and like the bears fight Sonic with toilet
Yeah, I feel
paper.
like Shami the bee probably wipes his ass more than those bears.
Yeah. No, but yeah. So
Oh, yeah.
anyway, so let's do
Vakama versus
Vakama and
Mantax.
Mantax.
Yeah, but Mantax doesn't have friends, only enemies he hasn't killed yet. So I
Yeah,
think
I'm
Mantax,
voting
but
Mantax.
also Matt and Tax is the patriarchy.
I think Mantax should go through.
Yeah, me too.
Bakama, I'm voting Bakama though.
Like Mantax is actually what the feminists want. They're sick of this pink tax. They want the Mantax. So I feel like
Yeah.
we should do one. We got rid of Rudaka, so we should do one for the women. And we got
Yeah.
rid of Gali, so let's let Mantax go.
That's
No,
fair. I like
let's do Bakama.
I'm in agreement. Yeah.
Bakama. No, you idiots. You're just trying to be funny. But
We're going
you can't-
Mantax.
you can't
Mantax
put
clears Wakama.
Bakama's an actual character.
Mantax is an actual stingray. They killed Steve Owen.
No, he's an actual serious. Shut the fuck up, you idiot.
He did. Mantax
He's,
killed
not,
him.
he's a plastic toy, not an actual stingray, you dip.
He kind of
He
did.
killed Steve Owen, and he killed a legend. So he's a really good villain.
Yeah, he's
Mm.
honestly much
Like
more.
in
He's much more devastating of a villain than Vakama. You gotta put it that way.
yeah, like Vakama went and threw a stick at his friends. That was about it.
Yeah.
He went.
Meanwhile, Mantax was like, Steve Owen, I consider you a friend, but I haven't killed you yet. So, and then he went for it.
All right,
So,
I'm
Mantax.
voting Bakama.
Tagadox and Jala.
Wait, so who went through Mantax, right?
Mantax, yeah, he wins.
Good, cool.
Do I have to change? So do I have to change the little thing on my screen too, or is it just only
No,
Caleb's?
I'm only
It's
changing
only-
it because it's.
So it's
Okay.
Caleb's. I mean, to be fair,
Yeah.
probably good to put them through just so we can keep track. So let me.
Oh yeah.
I'm just doing the ones that we agreed on, so I don't have to look at Caleb's stream.
That's
Easy.
fair.
Yeah. So wait. So who have we got? We got Tahu, Kopaka, Axon, Norik,
Phatu,
Pohatu.
Leewa, Thok,
Leewa.
Kardas, Vizon, Metis, Ranu, Nidiki, Mantax, and
We got Tagadox or Jala.
Jala.
We're going Jala. Like Chakadox is. the best
No,
Paraka,
excuse me, but you're going Mr. Mantax. A whole funny thing here, but then now you're all.
right?
like,
Listen,
oh, no,
I
it's
love
wrong.
women.
Jala's
to do
more
something for him.
competent than Vakama. He is. Jala's way better.
Listen, I'm going to vote Jala too, but you're.
I would vote
but
Jala
you're-
over Vakama,
but
too.
I think it's ridiculous. You guys also didn't do Bakama.
But Jala versus Mantax is more interesting now. Because Jala versus Vakama
No,
is
because
obvious.
Jala wins still. Jala versus Bakama would have actually been a good
Jala
debate.
versus Vakama is dumb. Jala versus Mantax is
That's
fucking
interesting.
big breach.
You are just trying to be funny right now. You're not being real.
Mantax versus Jala, and also Mantax actually fought Jala. Vakama and Takadox didn't fight.
Yeah, it's true. Think about it, Cage.
We
Think about
already
it
know
real.
who's better. Jala or Mantax? Excuse me, the guy who won.
Okay, I'm gonna
Facts,
vote
yeah.
Zaktan versus Tuma. The answer's obvious. It's Tuma.
Yeah. Fuck. I mean, he's a Marvel superhero, Tuma.
It's true. Yeah.
You know, like Tuma is the only Bionicle character getting played this year, so I mean, technically he wins in that sense.
Yeah. We should put some Mark Surge in here too, just for honoring us. We have Rudaka versus Andros.
Wait, did we actually put Tuma ahead? Fuck Tuma.
Cage, what's your vote?
Tuma.
I'm going Zaktan. Okay,
Dang it.
Tuma goes through.
Wait.
Tuma goes through.
Technically, I didn't confirm, but okay, yeah, I'm doing Tuma.
Fuck. Sorry, Zaktan, I love you, but fuck, man.
Listen, in a world where listen, this seriousness went out the window when we had the Mantax thing.
It's true.
When you decide to tax our own kind, that's
Tuma
like
got
what
beaten
he
by
does.
minifigs. Yeah, but only the most powerful minifigs in the Marvel universe.
Yeah,
so shut
but
up.
it's listen. You
The game
know,
was only
it's-
through teamwork, so shut up.
Takadox touched Dacre at the Creeps of the Deep video. Damn,
Yeah.
maybe should have gone through.
yeah, but has Takadox ever touched grass?
It's true.
Okay, so we've got Rudaka and
No,
Andros.
I'm a leftist who uses the internet way too much, telling people to stop using the internet. Touch grass.
Yeah, one left to say that. It's like, oh, touch ass. Oh, wait, you can't.
You can still get canceled.
What do we
Yep.
do? Rudaka or Antros? I don't even know. I'm
I
scared.
like Andros, but Paraka's just.
Yeah.
As a kid, I couldn't figure out to read Antros's name, so my brain I called him Antarosen.
Yeah.
So that's so because
Where'd
of
you
that.
get the N from?
What
Where'd
is
you
It's
get
a-
the N from?
And also, calling him Antarosen is
Antarosen?
just. He's still got Andros, and you added letters. You could pronounce it and add it.
Anti-Rosen? Anti-Rosen? What do you think of this name?
Listen, I'm not saying that I'm not stupid. I'm just saying that I couldn't figure out to say it, so I have a predisposition to thinking he's stupid. Because
feel
I'm
like if-
stupid.
IDS, I feel like this game's funny, but it's probably just gonna piss off more of our fans. Their friends. They're just gonna be like, nah, screw you. This character's
They're like, excuse me, but Mantax over Jala and also Auntie Rosa. Or, I mean,
Antros is played.
Bacalas.
Antros is played by Willem Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe's in? Sweet.
Yeah. Where is Smash getting that from?
Rudaka or Andros? I'm partial to saying Rudaka.
Oso's getting mad if we say Rudaka wins.
Rudaka,
All right,
piss him
Rudaka.
off.
Yeah.
Rudaka. He's got
All right,
three
let's
eyes,
go.
he
Now
wins.
Tahu versus Kopaka.
There are only 3 characters with 3 eyes: Rudaka, Kalma, and Alec is a minifig.
What
So
about Kopaka?
He has 4 eyes.
he has 4.
Oh
He has 4
yeah,
eyes.
you're right.
Yeah.
Freaking 4 eyes.
You
Yeah.
cheap motherfucker.
Wait a second.
So
Doesn't he have 3 as a Nuva? Does he have like tiny one on there?
No.
Well, actually, no. On his Nuva Fantoka form, there is a little circle, but it's not like depicted as an eye.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So what? Are we putting Rudaka through?
Yep.
That's on my own one.
Tahu
Okay.
and Kopaka.
This is a classic debate. Fire versus ice.
Hmm.
Divided we fall. It's a classic.
Listen, Tahu.
I'm gonna. Okay, you know what?
You've got
I- controversial.
It's
Controversial
Atahu versus
choice.
brother.
Controversial choice. I think Makuta should move forward.
Okay, but I like Tahu. Aside from first set bias and all that sort of stuff, I've actually enjoyed more Tahu sets than Kopaka sets. I will say.
Really,
Well,
I think
yeah.
Kopaka. If we again discounting G2, Kopaka has never had a bad set. Change my mind.
I don't like Kopaka Nuva's Gimp arm. I like Kopaka Nuva when he's modded to be symmetrical.
I
mean,
guess,
that's fair,
but it's
but-
not. It doesn't make him bad. I agree. I don't necessarily like that. The one thing I do like is it does.
I don't think he's bad, but also Tahu. But I like the Tahu set more. And actually,
yeah,
I don't-
but Tahu, Mystica, and Stars. Like,
I okay. Hear me out. Kopaka didn't get stars, so Tahu's better. And also, we got this is like a really hot take, but I actually do think that so I actually am more partial towards Tahu Mystica because hear me out. Tahu stars. I mean, not Tahu stars. Sorry, Tahu Mystica is the best Toa Mystica of that wave. Kopaka Mystica versus Leewa Mystica.
Fantoka.
Leewa Mystica.
there is no
that's so
Leewa
different.
Mystica.
It's
Also,
Fantoka. Listen,
I genuinely am not sure which Fantoka. The thing is with the Fantoka, for
Mhm.
me, they actually vary on the day, which I prefer.
Yeah, that I would
Kopaka
agree.
is-
I can't say
Kopaka is really clean. There is a bit of heresy that there is heresy that his eyes on the wrong side and he doesn't have a shield. But he has that kind of that future soldier like crisis look that just looks sleek and badass. Phatu also badass. Again, bold choice for the orange. I don't know if it's and also heresy that doesn't have his feet additions. But the claw hand things is very classic Bionicle function style. Love that build. It's unique. It's cool. I
Mhm.
love his face design. I mean, that's why it's my self mock, right? I guess.
Yeah.
And then Leewa Fantoka kind of speaks for itself. He's also a badass figure. The top heavy thing is weird. I'd switch his arms and legs if it was up to me. But like all 3 Fantoka, I like for very different reasons. And I'm not just like this one is my favorite. I'm actually always kind of debating. I don't know which of the 3 is my best.
Oh, by the way, Small Ash made a good point. He said Kopaka did one shot, poisoned, and juiced Tahu in Mask of Light.
Yeah.
He's brutalizing a woman, and then he just gets frozen in like 1
And this is the thing.
second.
Smilash says, I wish adaptive Kopaka, Gali, and Onua had weapons beside guns. I can
Yeah.
actually kind of give Kopaka a choice because it felt like an aesthetic choice. And he has the little bayonet which you can remove. I know it's gimpy. Gali is heresy because her weapon, if we go for peace budget, her weapon
Take
is
it off,
literally a
it's just
scope.
scope. So what do you do?
It's
with
a scope,
the
and the rest have scopes. Like so many characters that wave have scopes. Onua has a shield and a battering ram, which, if they made him look more like a bruiser character, would probably read better. But they made
Yeah.
him a skinny twink, and it doesn't look like what it's supposed to. And it just look. And also, if you have a battering ram, why does it have a scope on it? That just is weird and stupid.
Kopaka should have had like a battering ram or something like that added to him. I can't.
No,
I can't.
it
I
takes
can't.
away- Kopaka with a battering ram.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say like I can't fully ever sign off on Kopaka Fantoka because of the fact that him not having a weapon and being so dedicated on the launcher and everybody else having the launcher thing. You don't get like the Kongu Mari situation where it's like okay he has guns but he has 2 guns, so it's cool. Like
I
feel like he's gypped. I feel like there's just no way I can.
It is gypped, but the problem is with him. I feel like it's gypped for aesthetic. Again, he has that future soldier look. It's so clean. He's so sleek. That's why I think again the one gun thing for him is better than Gali and Onua because they feel gypped. Even though Onua has an extra shield, so actually Onua has actually got a weapon. It still feels like you're robbed on Onua. Kopaka, it purely looks like in service of the design. like the fact that technically, again, weapons budget, they did give him a blade. He does have a blade actually, technically, but it's like he has a little sniper rifle. He looks like a future sniper. It for me, his design feels very intentional and vibe-like. Like it's not like a. Again, I look at Tahu and some of the choices on him, and they're like, why is this? Well, he has claws coming out of his shins. Why? Like some stuff just looks like it's tacked on. Kopaka looks like they gave him less because it's more. It looks like an intentional design choice on him. Whether or not that's true, I don't know. But that's what Kopaka Fantoka reads to me. He looks very sleek and it looks intentional. The only thing, honestly, there are two things I would change on Kopaka. And actually, with the Heresy of the Shield, you'd think I'd give him a shield. I would actually make his body grey. I like the gunmetal, but just so we have a new piece. And I would fix his fucking eye. The fact the eye's on the wrong side is fucking heresy.
That is pretty bad. By the
Yeah,
way,
because the eye is on the wrong side. Tahu's better.
we only
No,
have.
because Tahu Mystica is a bastardization
He
of the
doesn't even
character.
have a circle mouth.
There are two characters that are so fucked up beyond reason that I hate them. Even though Tahu Mystica is a functional set, I disagree on the other one. Huki Mari and Tahu Mystica are the biggest fuck ups of characters I've ever seen in my life.
They're pretty bad.
Okay, but Tahu didn't have a scope on the wrong side.
Yeah, but he didn't have a whole mouth, which is arguably more iconic. Because I look at Kopaka and I can still see it as Kopaka. Tahu loses for not having a whole mouth, in my opinion.
But,
Fuck Tahu Mystica.
Guys,
Okay, listen,
I
so
threw up
if
a
I'm not
poll.
trying, if I'm not trying to be funny right now,
Oh,
like
shoot.
I don't hate Tahu. I'm in the minority of not hating Tahu Mystica because of the fact that I mean the mask specifically, because while I don't think it matches necessarily the HAL aesthetic, it harkens back to Vakama Metru's aesthetic, and there's an argument of basically, previous Toa Fires paying homage to their predecessors. So you have like Jala, you have Jala paying like you. Yeah, as a character is like kind of a homage to Lee Khan, so you have Tahu fulfilling him being a homage to Vakama.
But wait, it's like what part of Tahu Mystica's mask looks like Vakama's at all?
It looks pretty Vakama-y to me. I feel like if Vakama Metru went through our energized protodermis and that was his mask on the other side, I'd buy it.
The only thing that I can see is Vakama Metru is he looks like a bitch.
They both have kind of the same venti mouth sort of deal. It's just bigger.
Yeah, I disagree. But anyway, so there's a poll going on. So unless Caleb wants to do the tie break.
Kopaka's winning at 67.
No.
So Kopaka goes through. We
can't let the incestuous Fred Durst fan win.
Listen, brother, you've just been washed and chilled.
Can't believe my favorite boy. But that's fair.
Look how you
and again, I'm gonna be real. Tahu is really the face of Bionicle, so he should win. But I think just the argument that Tahu has bad sets and Kopaka doesn't, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's true.
I don't know. I still prefer the years that they can go directly head to head. I mean, you have that. Even G2 actually, I prefer the G2 offerings.
Yeah, I'll say if you include G2 for sure, the Tahu's are better. Yeah.
And Tahu Mata versus Kopaka Mata, like simply put, since Kopaka has this skinny shoulders, Tahu has better range.
Tahu Mata is better than Kopaka. And then, but Tahu Nuva is the best Nuva for me. Okay, Axon is clearing Norik. Fuck Norik.
No, don't say that.
We need to say time for the debate.
No, don't say that.
No, there is no debate.
Yeah.
So did Kopaka beat Tahu or Tahu beat Kopaka?
We went Kopaka just because the comments.
Okay, so and we went Axon.
Oh my gosh, 6
Phatu
votes
versus
already on the
Leewa.
Axon.
Phatu versus Leewa. Callan versus LJ. Who wins?
Phatu clears Leewa. Leewa is monkey, and that's about it.
Wait, real quick, I'm gonna run the Leewa poll.
Okay, but Thought clears Cardass, right?
No, wait. Let's see what the comments are saying on Phatu Leewa. I'm saying there's no way Lee. Not only is Phatu the goated character, but he is he's the strongest Toa and the fastest Toa. He literally wins every fight.
Yeah. Also, I'll say it is that I think Phatu's sets are pretty overrated. You guys just don't like the color brown.
Dude.
What? They're overrated.
No, no. I mean, overhated is why.
Overhated. Yeah, no, I agree. And the thing is, right, Phatu Nuva. I have to be purely honest. I biased because I love Phatu Nuva, but like honestly, it does look a bit weird in person. Like it isn't the best put together, but like seeing it refined in the movie form is so good. Like
without Phatu, Ganon wouldn't exist. Oso points out.
Yeah, it's true. And
Phatu Nuva set also is a better evolution of Phatu's design rather than Leewa Nuva, which is just it's basically another Tahu Nuva, but which is cool. But Leewa Nuva never said Leewa.
And then the thing is, and I like Pohatu's, like, he doesn't have the ball, but you can create the ball. I like the consistency of his feet additions carry on. That shit's cool. I love Pohatu Fantoka. Again, I actually really love the claw.
Oh yeah, no, he's
propeller stuff.
like I wish that they used like that sort of build in like the Kotorian here. I don't know why they didn't.
Because it's cool. It's cool as well because it felt like it wasn't gears, but he had a play function like classic Bionicle. That shit was cool.
It also uses like Rudaka arms in an interesting way for the torso, so the torso build feels like a good combination of old and new elements.
The only thing I don't like, and there's no way to do it because of his hands, is I don't like the fact he has a shoulder cannon. Only because I really like the fact Nuparu had that as a thing. And Maxilo's robot had it as well, but that's like I don't know. Just at that point, it became like and then Malum has it. Everyone has it now, and they're like, it felt cool because Nuparu's like a tinkerer, so it felt unique to him as an Anaika.
Yeah, I will say though that the shoulder cannon, being like a bazooka missile launcher, just huge tube thing, gave it a different look, and I liked it.
I mean I liked it. This is more of like a grant. Again, it's more of a comment of Bionicle as a whole milking that concept. I don't have a problem, and also again, it's in service of him having two propeller hands. The only thing I would genuinely change about Pohatu is it'd be weird to give him Marta feet with feet additions. But Matoro had them as a Mari, and they look bad on him. But the feet additions, I think, actually make the feet big enough that they would actually look okay on on that size model. Because also he's tiny. This is another. Also, I would also make him taller. There's a problem where Lego's chunkiest limb is the smallest limb. So sets like Onua and I like Malum as well end up being fucking tiny just because they want to keep him bulky. But I would like I would maybe see. I haven't actually never tried it, giving him like Photox feet with feet additions, just because again it feels like the Kopaka shield thing. It just feels like that it was cool that those things carried over from Marta to Nuva, and it's a shame that those were lost.
Also, it'd be cool if Phatu Fantoka flew by, did a drive-by on somebody, and they kicked them in the face.
Yeah, that would be great as well. I mean, drive-by kick, amazing. So also Leewa is one of the most overrated characters, I gotta say. Like people just love their little elf, like forest elf twink.
He's essentially the stereotype of the trickster.
I did a baby.
So wait, who won the polls in the chat? Better be Pohatu.
Pohatu, just barely 7.
Also, so Thok and Cardass Thok.
Thok is winning. Yeah.
Vizon versus Metis.
Oh, we're just gonna move on that
quickly?
We're
just moving on.
Yeah, I thought Vizon.
Why not?
I mean, do any of us have an argument for Cardass?
No.
He has ass in the name. Haha, funny. Move on.
Yeah.
Vizon versus Metis.
Oh, come on.
Wait, why is Vizon? Wait, I thought we put Golly over Vizon. No, wait, no, you guys are sexist.
That's why
Oso's not.
Vizon went through some Mantax and go through later.
I'm going to vote for Metis because fuck Vizon.
Nah, I'm going Vizon. Fuck Metis.
Kill. Who are you voting for?
Wait. Who are you voting for, Cage?
Voting for Metis.
I'm voting for Metis.
Fuck you.
I feel like if people see this tier list without, if people see this tier list,
Everybody
tier list without the context, they're going to think it's a completely psycho that Metis got so far. It's funny. Anyway,
got the mask, but Cardass got the teeth. Fenrak even.
Vizon's got the ass. Well, Cardass has got the deek.
I should have had Fenrak versus Cardass on here. Damn.
Also,
Okay,
this
Randy
is the
versus-
first time we've rebelled against the chat vote. They wanted Vizon. Big shock.
Nadinki beats Ranu.
Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah.
We're just a gory. You're also a fucking loser. Get out of here.
Yeah.
So are we going
We're
Mantax
just a gory. You're just a fucking hoe.
I love it.
So Mantax is beating Jala, right?
Yeah. No, Jala beats Mantax.
Mantax is being Jala. Okay, cool.
No, Jala. I vote Jala.
Believe it or not, Ranu has his voters in the Diki and Ranu debate.
Yeah, believe it or not, like Mantax is clearing in the chat right now.
Believe it or not, I am walking on air.
Believe it or not, Mantax will win the bracket.
Wait,
Shut up. Jala wins. Jala
Wait, no,
is
we have to run it. We have to run it, Cage. Mantax.
No, I'm going to rebel against everybody. I'm going to rebel against nature.
Everyone in the chat vote Mantax over Jala.
Everybody's favorite to chat ideas is stupid.
Oh my gosh.
Everyone, change those votes. No, Mantax, get it to Mantax.
No, Jala.
Everyone's getting everyone who votes Jala is getting kicked out.
Jala is cool. Jala is epic. Jala had the best sets. Jala is sets.
Oh
Yeah,
shoot.
Mantax has the Fast and Furious franchise, so
He does not.
And also
the chat vote is supplemental. I'm
Man,
going Mantax.
only one person. Whoever is stuck around with Mantax, we're ending the poll at 7. Whoever's stuck around is the one Mantax voter. Like, you're gonna get a video made about you.
Anyone who the person who voted Mantax step forward, you're getting mod
status.
For the real Mantax voters, please stand up. Please stand up.
All right, so
Okay,
what are,
I'm like
wait,
a
Cage,
Mantax.
your final vote is Jala. What's your final vote ideas?
Jala.
So wait, what are you voting, Caleb?
Oh, I have to decide first. Damn. Shoot.
Jala.
Yeah, I'm doing Jala. Sorry.
Yes.
Okay.
I know you like Jala.
He's saying Jala with a soft A because he's dead naming him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, Jala was his word.
Look,
I
we
can call him
lost.
Jala.
We've lost all our red guys, so we have except
lost
for
it.
Axon, but
we have Rudaka versus Tuma.
What a fucking weird matchup.
It literally comes down to what set you like's better. And all I'm saying is
Rudaka is better than Tuma. Tuma, not only in Legend Reborn, gets taken out by sparks in his back. In the Lego Marvel shit, he also gets taken out by sparks in his
I
back.
didn't even see that. Is that true?
What's a
Yeah,
Black
but
Widow's on Black Widow's on his back, like sticking those those electrical spike things into his back.
Again? This guy
But
can't get a back break.
Rudaka.
hear me out though.
Rudaka?
He got beaten because the sparks on his cock, and they just
yeah.
started slapping it. And they're like, oh,
How does
stop.
Rudaka die in Bionicle Heroes? How does he get beaten?
He has that iconic video of him from like 15 years ago going.
With the open mouth. Do you guys remember that video?
No.
Yeah, Rudaka dies because a bridge gets cut and he falls into the lava and does the Terminator 2 thumbs up pose.
Yeah,
Rudaka is
clear.
winning in the votes.
No, he
Okay,
doesn't. I just made
Rudaka
that
will
up.
fuck Tuma. Also, okay, so
Kopaka,
Rudaka clears.
it's sticking out Kopaka for the Axon.
Kopaka versus Axon.
By the way, whoever
Kopaka.
the final matchup, I will do a 10-minute long stop motion fight between those final.
No, you're not. You
Oh,
don't
fuck,
animate.
we should have made it like Mantax versus Click.
That would be great.
No, it should have been Menace versus Click.
I should have put Menace in here twice. Should have been Menace versus Menace.
Of the crap battles of history. Menace versus Menace.
Oh, so it
Tuma,
says
actually,
Tuma's
Tuma's helmet
is
is the perfect Nadiki skull.
Oh, interesting.
That's true. Actually, when that set came out, I also thought that would be good as a movie version.
Oh, yeah. Interesting.
So, also Tuma has stickers, which is heresy for Bionicle, by the way.
I'm ending the poll.
Kopaka versus Axon.
No,
I'm
Kopaka.
going I'm going Axon just for the fun of it.
I like Kopaka though.
Why is this guy
After
so...
fu-
Guys, why do
after-
you both sound like such white girls right there? I'm going with Axon for the fun of it. I like Kopaka though.
Look, I fought tooth and nail for Kopaka. He's had my fight. I'm going Axon.
Yeah, but Kopaka is. We had to do so much fighting for Kopaka between Tahu and Kopaka. It feels like Kopaka is, has like
Axon's
the
winning the
stripes.
vote in the chat as well.
He is.
Axon clearing in the chat.
Oh my gosh, that's cool.
Caleb, are Axon or Kopaka?
I'm going.
You have to sound like a
Yeah,
white
you're
girl.
the-
You make your
you're the type.
decision.
I guess totally Axon, whatever.
Boom, Axon clears.
Shut the
All that
I'm
Ain't
going
too bad.
This
to
is
go
also-
full blown. I'm going to go full blown YouTube poop 2008 on you. Shut the fuck up.
You're about to die. Also,
Yeah, I'm so angry. I'm going to go. What the fuck?
this is what you get. You throw Makutra out first round. You fight tooth and
Yeah.
nail for nothing.
you care about Axon? Kopaka is gone.
Phatu and Thok hurts. 'Cause
Thok's
Phatu's the
winning.
GOAT hero and Thok is the goat villain.
Yeah.
But
Thok
I'm
is-
voting Phatu.
Thok's demolishing. Well, actually, it's getting. He's still demolishing. 80 to 20.
Thok,
I'm gonna resort to canon effectiveness. Phatu, Phatu's pretty peak in canon. Thok, while he did do some cool stuff, he
Well,
You have to remember he got merged into a goblin.
Also,
at the
I
end
have
of the story.
Thok actually has the most OP power that's never mentioned. His laser vision brings inanimate objects to life. He literally has the power of the Mask of Life, which is crazy.
Yeah, he can look at his body pillow and his wife who can come to life.
Well, I'm going Phatu.
I'm going
And
Phatu
that
too.
and that pains me because Thok is actually great.
Yeah, Kopaka is our favorite white boy, but we have to go Patu.
Yeah.
Oh, well, my favorite white boy.
You heathens are cray. Small Ash says. I don't know if he's talking to us. He probably is.
Metis versus Ndinky. Ndinky?
Oh, I
think
haven't
Metis
updated my
wins.
bracket.
Get Ndinky.
I think
Get
Metis wins.
Ndinky.
So we're voting for Metis, right?
Ndinky. Get Ndinky.
Nadiki. I'm going
Ndinky.
All right, Nadinki wins.
Jala
regardless
versus
of this.
Radiac.
Oh wait,
Get-
we're not gonna let the let's see what the guys say in the chat.
Yeah, I'll do a
I'll-
poll. Well, we can discuss. Let's discuss Jala and Radak. That might be a big debate.
Yeah, well, yeah, actually, yeah, Medicine Nadiki's easy. Nadiki wins, but okay. Jala and Radak is another. This feels like this is an actual canon matchup that could have happened. So was Phatu and Thok actually, but I mean Jala has prestige. He's the most capable Toa ever.
Yeah, and also he was the McDonald's colored Bionicle that came out of the McDonald's sets.
Yeah, also.
So through the power of Ronald, he wins.
Yeah, but Radak is Burger King colors. You
No,
know,
but
blue, gold.
Radiac is black, not blue.
Whoa, just call someone black.
Listen, I didn't. I just said what color he is. You on the other end, you'll never be black.
He wants pure black skin.
Remember the first highlight ever.
No, I
You'll
know,
never
I
be
know.
Black. You'll never be
Also
black.
pointed out that it is interesting that the last
One
vote
piece of
was
poo.
between two traitors.
Yeah,
two
but
traitors.
Nadiki actually did something with his treachery. He turned into a spider. Well, Metis turned into a snake.
They both turned into creatures. They're both
Yeah.
creatures that turned into creatures.
Yeah,
like for
some
that
real
reason-
creative capering was happening.
For that reason, I'm ending that vote on 50-50. Only 4 people were engaging.
Okay,
so are we
okay.
letting
Axon versus Phatu.
Wait, are we letting Radak through?
No, we're
I mean,
Jala.
Jala.
Yeah.
So actually, this is genuinely a fight I would like to see because Axon is strong, but Phatu is the strongest martyr. Like,
yeah.
I don't. Again, Bionicle power stats are very, very rough because again, it varies on whatever the Bionicle magazine wants to do that year. But like,
Yeah.
Axon versus Phatu is a genuine fight. I would love to see.
Okay, we all know the ending of the Axon versus Phatu is going to result in some landmass being sunk into the ocean.
Oh yeah,
That's just-
that is like that is literally planetary
off.
destruction. In fact, this genuinely, if there was a Bionicle death battle, Axon versus Phatu would be a fucking sick one because Phatu has the speed as well, and
Yeah.
if he has the Suva, he could also use the Mask of Strength. That would be a fucking sick fight.
Yeah, like if that fight happened, like a chunk of like either the island or the entire island that they're fighting on is going to sink into
Yeah.
the ocean. You have to take into account. Gali used like a Nova or Nuva blast or
Nova
whatever
blast,
it was. And was able to sink an entire island with that. So Phatu basically by should have the same ability and should have the same function. So
See, this.
all I'm
this
saying is,
this-
but the thing is, the Axon Phatu can't swim. Can Axon swim?
I don't know. Well, Axon sent the Inika down and didn't go with them, so maybe he also can't swim. He's like, oh,
So like these guys fight and then they sink the
Listen,
landmass and then they
Ax-
die.
Axon,
They both die if they
Axon,
fight.
Axon versus Phatu is the non-Latino version of Goku versus Superman.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
man.
exactly. But it's
It is
speaking of
true.
which, by the way, if you say Superman versus Goku, you just hate Mexicans. That's the answer.
really?
If you stand by Latinos and the Latino community, and you aren't one of those losers who say Latinx, you go with Goku in that debate.
By the way, Pohats.
Goku is
Oh
the
shoot!
Latino Jesus.
Axon was Axon's winning. Oh guys,
I
it's
don't know, it's neck and neck.
Axon's
cock and
barely
cock.
winning. Oh shoot, this is a tight one.
It's honestly, actually, the prospect of this fight would be so sick. Actually,
Yeah.
genuinely seeing them like level a fucking island or just like make like Boy knew he's already half sunk with Mario. We just break off another piece.
Yeah. This
I would love to see like Pohatu like have kneeing Axon's head against his knee. I guess. you could
I'd love to see like a moment like where Party's uses super speed like fucking kicks like Axon on the stomach and he has that like Justice League moment where it doesn't make any sense because Axon doesn't have that power, but just like where Superman turns while he's using the super speed. Like
Yeah.
Axon does like a fucking speed turn. Like, oh mate.
say.
Doesn't make any sense, but-
honestly, if I was doing the fight choreography, I would have probably done a thing where Phatu like runs around in circles and to like wrap up a bunch of momentum, then jump kicks for a kick at Axon. Then after Axon gets hit by the kick, Axon just grabs Phatu's leg and
Yeah.
does like a Hulk slam on him.
Well, that'd be sick. Yeah, it does the fucking like Loki smash thing. Because also
Yeah.
the combat styles are different. Axon is hand heavy, big fucking hands. Phatu's got big fucking feet. It's like
Yeah.
it would just be a fucking amazing fight.
Yeah.
That's the best canon fight that never happened.
This is the most nerd moment I've ever seen you have.
This is literally as nerdy as you'll ever see me in my life. Axon
Nerdy
versus
more
Phatu.
than usual.
I just figured out how to go about. I just figured out that Axon and Phatu would fight on the island of Mananui and they might run into some Bohrok along the way, but they would destroy half the island anyway and could go to the main guy. And
Caleb, can you animate a thing where I just walk in, like Adios is studying stats, I walk in, I'm like, hey, are you being nerdier than usual? Adios just responds with the aneurysm fart sound effect.
That means that's like me, like once someone catches me being nerdy about Axon and Phatu, I have to lock in and start mewing.
Guys,
Okay, so
Axon's
Axon
winning the
versus-
poll. What happens?
I'm voting Phatu. Phatu beats Axon.
Yeah, I'm going Phatu as well.
If he has the Mask of Strength buff, I'd like again, we don't actually.
Like,
Mm,
Axon only has the Mask of Truth. Axon wins because he's just a beast biologically. Phatu has extra abilities that basically gives him
Yeah,
edge.
and adaptive armor and shit. He can deploy other shit. I wonder if Axon uses the Mask of Truth to figure out who would win the fight. He's like,
Yeah,
like the
Axon
donkey in
uses
the
the Mask of Truth, realizes he would lose, so he just forfeits, and there you go. That's your fight.
Sentiment says Axon won.
Sorry,
Yeah.
man. Well,
Phatu wins.
Me and Kate vote Phatu, so it's well, Caleb's vote doesn't count technically.
Also, the Phatu is infinitely charismatic in Mask of Light, and Axon
Yeah.
never gotta be charismatic.
Not really.
don't you realize? I feel like they would both have very charismatic voices. Axon is a character that should have been great to see a Miramax version. Damn.
I will. Beam aside, what would you do if they actually used like the Chronicles of Jala-esque voice for canon Axon?
I would love it. I would want. You know what? I would love a really deep black voice for Axon. It would be fucking awesome.
But like, what if he's like talking like a Southern preacher?
What if it was
Even still.
Idris Elba?
I want Axon to be like, give the I have a dream speech. It'd be fucking awesome.
What if Axon it was just Jason Statham's voice?
I could see Rudaka with a fucking Jason Statham. Maybe
Oh,
not.
yeah.
I don't know.
Just I'm saying, listen here, you fat cunt.
So wait, what's the next matchup?
Jala
Didiki versus Jala.
I cannot believe Nadiki made it far.
I mean, that's such a. I mean, it's Jala. Come on.
Jala
Yeah.
versus Phatu.
I'm going Phatu. And that's pure preference. Like, also in a fight, I feel like Jala may have better strategy, but Phatu would just demolish him.
But Jala beat the Paraka and Phatu lost against the Paraka.
Yeah, but Phatu they were cocky and stupid. To be honest, it is a pure underdog story, and also the Bionicle had Axon.
Okay, when you say that, because Phatu beat Axon, so you're saying Phatu is better.
Also,
but-
someone said Kevin Michael Richardson as Axon. That's a great casting. Then I would get Michael Richards as Rudaka.
So it's okay. If we're talking becomes
brilliant.
evil, you shit motherfucker.
Wait, who voted Mantax? So whoever voted
Oh, wait,
Mantax,
wait.
we need to know who the Mantax voter was.
Oh,
'cause
wait, so
Mantax-
Mantax has come out from the rear. This is like the Abraham Lincoln in ERB. Mantax appears in the final show.
No, Mantax isn't here, but he got one
Yes, he
voter
is.
in the poll. Okay. Okay, it's fine. Screw it. Mantax wins over Jala.
I just imagine just like Mantax screaming "Eagle!" Getting crowd.
Guys, whoever
He gets carried in by one of those flying Takonox things from the Mario mini movie.
He screams "Eagle!" Gets there, and then you just hear "I'll take it from you."
guys, whoever voted for
Okay, Caleb, let your red supremacy show through with Jala.
my red
I was
supremacy.
beating Phatu, man. Phatu.
I
Oh,
feel like
wait,
I
wait.
feel like
Wait, guys. Well, for one, we also need to look at the poll. But two,
no.
I before we finish this, I really want to know who voted for Mantax against Jala. They still need to get mod status.
This anonymous hero is not stepping forward.
There goes my hero, watching him as he goes.
Jala is winning in the poll by far, 67%.
Nah, fuck, man.
The real question is, how much do you think that Cali ass surfer voice for Jala is annoying versus "Hello, brother, it is me, brother," versus "Tequila, what are you doing? Not going to the local skate park?"
Yeah, Phatu's he's just goated, man.
Phatu's all like, "I like classical music," and Jala's all like, "I like Green Day, man."
So yeah, he got jumped, and yeah, like he jumped on the red rock stuff. Phatu got one shot by it. Yeah, that they the fact that Phatu didn't use his speed or his elements. Like they Mask of Light knew they had to nerf Phatu because he could have handled that whole shit.
That's true, but Phatu doesn't die from it though. Jala jumps on it and freaking just nopes out. Bye.
Yeah, he just gets EPs. He just
so guys, wait, quick question. So like, okay, so I've been kind of a little bit out of it this entire stream and kind of like just tired in a little space here than usual. Did you? My brain really thought you said something about like Jala jumping on top of a red rocket while Phatu was able to knock it away. But
nah, you misheard. You misheard. You've been very sleepy and you didn't notice that Mantax has made it to the final round.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! No.
It's Mantax versus Phatu.
Oh man, we're just shy of 10 votes on this poll.
Oh, you so shy. Start touching figures together.
Also, Phatu's getting obliterated. Jala's
I'm voting Phatu. Like
I like underdog story. I'm siding to Phatu a little bit right now.
Then that means me irrelevant.
No, okay, fine. You choose then.
Yeah, you're a gorillafant.
I'm a gorilla.
Raw jaw. I can't believe it came down to Mantax versus Raw jaw. That's crazy.
I'm gonna Raja on this guy, Jenny.
I'm gonna say that Raja is the official winner.
Yeah, Raja should come out.
You're still showing red supremacy by voting Raw jaw.
Raja is like this. Raja is the Colson Steve Austin that breaks into the ring. It just does the glass shatters on it. Just the giant gorilla that comes down from the ceiling.
All right, here's an interesting thing to think about for the final debate. I think this should be the determining thing that we should discuss. Who had the most better sets? Because they both have been in a lot of sets.
So I will say Jala is another one. Jala has technically not had a bad set as well. Jala has... Yeah, because even Jala in Nika is like probably my least favorite in Nika, just because he looks like a little baby boy. Yep. But he's still a great set.
I actually don't entirely hate Jala in Nika's face.
No, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. It's just
the worst.
It's just who
maybe tied with Holly, I'd say.
And the thing is, Harley, I actually like her face a lot. It's a bald man with a mustache. It's not even just the mustache. She has a strong jaw and a bald head. It's just coded so massively. But
just Holly and Nika having a Joan Jameson voice.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I made him like a police chief in one episode, I think.
Yeah.
But like, it just doesn't suit Harley. But Jala is cool. And I also like the idea of the exposed brain thing on top of his thing. It's really unique.
Yeah, it's cool.
It is also, but one other thing that makes Jala a bit weird is a lot of those masks have noses, while Jala is just flat-faced, and it's like, where's your nose, dude?
Yeah.
Because even like I can give Kongu a pass because it's kind of this half thing. So, like the nose could be behind there somewhere, but like Jala's, it's a bit weird style-wise, but still a great set.
All right, final rule, final determining question: who has the cooler functions, Jala on Gukko or Phatu on the Rocco?
Oh, I mean, Phatu on the Rocker and Phatu Fantoka has functions as well. Actually, every single Phatu set has a function.
Actually, okay.
Jala had a crab with a gun. That is a good point from Oso.
No, actually, Jala literally came with a bonus raw. He's a canister set, which makes it fucking amazing.
And but also that bonus raw, his pieces could fall apart pretty easily.
What?
I don't care. Honestly, the addition that is literally
Which
more.
Pieces?
It's almost as substantial a build.
Oh yeah. A little.
It's because of the claws, the little spikes. But the thing is, it is as substantial as a Fiku. Like, it's bigger, has more pieces. Like, they didn't even need to include that, and Jala would still be the best Mari by a landslide. The fact they put that as well is crazy. Such a good set. Jala Mari is one of the best sets of all of Bionicle G1.
I will say that more Jala sets have been solid than Phatu sets. Like, even though I was defending Phatu Nuva a little while back with you.
Yeah.
Like, I think, you know,
like I will concede that as well, because Phatu
Oh,
Phatu
people
Nuva's a
pointing
bit
out that
weird.
Jala is also in system sets.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
he does have. Well, I mean, the only thing he didn't have was he has a shit Mari because it's just hooky. But like even Phatu's vehicle form, which is a bit dodgy,
Mhm.
the vehicle makes up for that because Rocco is actually really cool. And the fact is, the remote firing function, so you can swoosh it and fire at the same time, is really cool. And it's the only knock that the Jetrax and the XLR have. Like the fact that you can hold and shoot at the same time is really good on the Rocco.
Yep.
I think it's hard. I think Jala is also hard to argue against because of the fact that he's gotten like a substantial centerpiece in multiple story arcs. So like if we're gonna talk about character development and stuff, yeah,
You know
it's
what?
hard. Yeah.
It's interestingly balanced because technically Phatu and Jala have 3 standard sets. Well, one's a Matoran, but like 3 kind of normal sets and
Yeah.
both a vehicle. I'm going to count the Gokko bird as a vehicle. Like they both have something they ride. And also, someone mentioned a queefing bird in the comments.
Hmm. Yeah, I wonder
just
who, I wonder
just
who
every
it
single time
originated
flaps
then.
his every
But
single
the
time it
problem-
flaps his
but the problem with-
wings,
but the
it'll
problem
tell
with-
queef.
But Phatu, I'm looking at his strengths. I'm looking at his character. He's my favorite character, so I'm biased. So I'm picking him. Even though Jala is like, again, Jala has never had a bad set. Every
Mhm.
single Jala set is great. And there's no debate there. Like the Gokko bird set is cool. OG McTaurin, I mean, speaks for itself. Jala Inaika is literally like Jala Mari is like the greatest like Inaika rehash ever. I think.
Yeah.
Is there any contest there? Is it the greatest Inaika rehash?
It's while he's it's basically it's
Yeah.
just like the cooler Jala.
Yeah, the only things that beat it in the Nika builds are like Napara and Nika to me. Like it's just and like who like some of the actual Nika. The only things it gets knocked on is it's such a big fucking rehash. But that's how you do a rehash. Like
Yeah.
he basically has a brand new armor set because of that new piece, and his stomach is a new piece as well. Comes with a bonus Rahi. Mask is cool as fuck. Sword actually makes sense as a rehash. The only knock, and it's not even a knock because the set in a vacuum is good, is I wish. Like the orange is not a Jala color.
There's
Like-
that, and a slight, just like a nitpick, is having the same shoulders and thigh armor. Just I don't know.
Yeah, I don't mind the look of it, but it restricts the articulation for sure.
I don't mind the orange on it because I think the color palette actually looks.
Oh no,
pretty
it
nice
looks great. It looks great as a set again, and I think it wouldn't look as good if
ever.
it wouldn't look as good in yellow, or if it faded into gold either. I think orange is the right color for that set, but Jala's colors were always yellow and gold, so for him to have orange is weird. That's the only point, and that doesn't affect the set in a vacuum.
Mhm.
Nope.
Also, speaking of which, Silver and Gold is a Christmas song I've heard way too much this year. To keep playing that one. But also like just to loop back into that thing, it's really not My Parents Are Dead, so I'm getting nothing for Christmas. It's like My Parents Are Mad. It's really that.
Anyway, wait.
All right, so
since
since
let's finish things.
yeah,
I'm
since
voting for Phatu.
Yeah, we voted for. We've been nutting over Jala for 5 minutes, so Phatu wins, right?
I'm saying Phatu wins. Like you guys can change. The chat has picked Jala.
Yeah, they have 12
Va-
votes. It's only 4 have
wait,
voted for.
Wait,
Phatu.
the chat gave a sign. It's shined a light on Jala. Look at him. He's the real homosexual. But I didn't say anything. Hail Jala. Hey Jala. Our sister the game of Among Us.
Phatu's just like, Hail Hitler.
No. No. But he's all like, you know what? I'm actually quite fond of the black people. As he says after hanging out with Onua.
I think Makuta
Look,
should
I know
win.
that your heart and your armor are black.
I know you like Onua.
So, in the words of Ladies Man, Mantax wins, no diff. Correct. Mantax
Yeah.
wins. He came in from behind. He snipped them both with little pincers, and he won.
He's like a Kuma at the end of Street Fighter 2. He kills him Bison and then he kills the player character because he's too strong of a boss.
Yeah, like he's a Kumars and like nuts. Also, Caleb, put a Mantax versus Mantax poll in the chat just so we can decide the winner.
Yeah. I bet is. Oh, I just opened Mantax for 4 or 5 minutes.
This poll just says nothing.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Just says yes or no.
Yeah. Oh,
Yes.
it doesn't have the description of the chat?
Mantax, yes or no?
Yes.
It says does
Yes.
Mantax win in the end?
Oh, okay. For a second, it didn't load in. It was just like yes or no. So Mantax wins.
According to the
Saying
chat.
so I will not go. Look at Mantax. He has a big
All right,
sack.
Cage. What are your final reasons for your final vote? We do need to take this final one seriously.
I'm.
It's really cool. That's my reasons.
Is there not another guy hanging around the corner that could maybe like
No. Wait, there's a second. Whoever's doing this poll has bought a duplicate Mantax set. Another Mantax.
Wait a second, guys. I realized I'm the voice of Phatu. Like, I
hold on a
loyalty.
second.
I'm the voice of Mantax.
Wait, are you?
I hope it's not too late.
I think I made a Mantax Brock joke.
Who voiced Mantax and Pooks?
I hope it's not too late to
Why was Pooks not in this? What the hell?
Yeah, I know.
I hope it's not too late to help set Mr. Turner straight.
Okay, who did voice Mantax in the Mantax and Pooks video?
I think Gigolo in the chat voiced it.
I hope it's not too late to go and masturbate.
Closer than ever.
Wait, Mantax doesn't speak, I don't think. Oh wait, he does.
Only rodent.
Do you remember?
I voiced Mantax.
What?
I voiced
Wait,
Mantax.
you're the man that's been taxing all these innocent women all these years?
What? Now I know it sounds bad, but starts.
Now I know Mantax winning the poll is bad, but
It's true.
Now I know going on r/poll is bad.
I don't have a
Mantax.
Mantax shirt or anything. It's true.
Mantax full of ganja, nakamanjam.
They said ask Peter his opinion. I should.
It beat it. It says when he's angry.
Mantax is neat, but I think Mantax is a better Bionicle. Correct.
I agree. Mantax iceberg confirmed.
What's that whole entire like? This is great, but I think I like this one even better.
I would love if
That's me gesturing from one Mantax canister to the next.
I would love if the
Yeah,
next.
exactly.
I would love if the next Bionicle iceberg video includes. There was also a live stream that polled, and Mantax won as the best Bionicle set ever.
Yeah,
Like,
official.
A common fan consensus is that Mantax is the greatest Bionicle of all time.
Yeah. It's also the entire iceberg video. It should be playing like a slowed down vaporwave version of the Kendrick Lamar Super Saiyan 3 Goku. I hope it's not too late to set my demons.
I think it would just be a slowed down version of the Fast and Furious soundtrack because I'm just associating Mantaxes with Vin Diesel.
Cage,
why do you keep doing that?
Did you decide that Mantax is sorry, did you decide? Yeah, no, wait, yeah. Did you decide that Mantax wins in the end?
Dude, Mantax sweep.
Okay. All right, yeah, screw Jala. Mantax beats Phatu in the end.
I hope it's not too late to set Mantax straight.
All right, so Mantax beats Jala, and then
So we can officially agree that that's it. Mantax.
and then Mantax beat Rudaka. So then when Mantax beat Nadiki, yeah. So bam.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it went.
Down, 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 down. Down, 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 down.
All right, I guess so. That's fair. That's how it ended, guys. We did.
Phantom Tax.
The Mantax. We had to have the women win something in the end.
Listen, we're like a modern Marvel movie.
Yeah.
If you take the words
F-U Mantax, you can make Phantom Tax out of it.
Small Ash said,
Stick.
Some people say Jala won the poll, but Goru's knows otherwise.
I was gonna say, sorry, yeah, I actually hate the LX set, but basically giving us Paraka spines that we can use in custom stuff without a head on it was a really good addition.
No head?
Yes.
Why is Consuela back?
No, Diabito, roll back to Mantax's rape cave.
Oh. Why do you like Diabito?
That's what fucking Hydraxon says to like Depilak. He sends him back to Mantax.
I hope it's not too late.
2 feet too deep under the Mantax.
Yeah.
Also, how long have you been streaming for? Should we call this? Yeah, I
Wait,
feel
guys,
like
yeah, we should.
Okay.
Soon.
Okay, there's one last party game, and then
I have a picker, wheel picker.
Oh wait. No sleep till Brooklyn needs to be played.
No!
Bad Tech 6.
Sleep.
Guys, what other options should be on the spinner wheel? I got Mantax, Jalokum,
Shitter
Jala,
spinner?
Phatu.
Put Mantax 3 more times in the wheel.
Okay. We'll see who wins.
You need a you need to put all the Latino favorites on the wheel.
Okay.
Fandom. The fandom taxing is crazy.
So
Thanks, Rosa.
Goku, who else? Who else?
Mantax.
Okay. Another Mantax? Okay.
Yep.
Mantax wins, it's gonna be shit. I'm doing nose piggy wheel instead.
Gaki.
Oh yeah.
Why was Gaki not on there?
Yeah.
Garki should have been there instead of fucking Bohrok.
Is that Borat?
Okay, let's put
My lad.
Unipex.
My lad. Very nice.
Jin Kui.
Chinese word?
Dr. Fauci, of
Oh,
course.
he says that. He says Jin Kui when he
Dr.
enters his
Penis.
forecast.
Is that like a Chinese thing that people say?
It's a Kazakh thing.
Kippa, no whining. We're talking about Borat right now.
All right.
Kipper, stop giving Cage a
I'm gonna
ducky
put
wine.
Borat on this wheel as well.
I don't like you saying shit like that.
Good guy.
Can we stop the whole entire Shane Dawsoning my dog bits?
Why not?
Because
Why
I don't
not?
want to.
He
Because
just
I don't
likes a
fuck
little
my dog.
kibble is all. You know what I was saying.
Kibble. Gross
Ped-
word, kibble.
yeah, pedophilic.
He just loves Nibble, the character created by who Jay Schlatt loves so much.
You know about Jay Schlatt shit?
Me?
I make.
We've
Yeah.
talked about it on stream before. The whole Jay Schlatt Nibble Bionicle thing.
I don't remember that.
What?
No.
You guys don't remember this? We've talked about it
No.
multiple times.
I
How
didn't know.
Jay
it was-
Schlatt did have found that people memed in one of his videos where they posted the same thing over and over again, and he tracked back who was the first person who wrote it, and it was a guy who did Bionicle videos way back in the day, and he entered Shadowgear's bite contest and created a character named Nibble. We've talked about that.
I forgot that was Jay Schlatt. Also, was
that-
that? Mate, I'm fucking. This is like 5 million references of old stories deep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, we're putting Jay Schlatt on the spinner as well.
I don't
Who
like Jay
else?
Schlatt.
That's fair. Well, hopefully we won't land on him. Shane Dawson. We'll put Gumball. I'm really interested to see who's gonna win this spin.
Put Fortnite Eminem on there as well.
Okay.
Put Goku.
I already put Goku.
They put Goku again.
Okay.
Put like
Put-
Dragon Ball
put-
GT Goku.
Put Fortnite Goku versus Eminem as its own thing.
Okay. This is gonna be so dumb.
Put Kendrick Lamar and suburban white kids on the list. Just like as one entry. Is there something you want to put on the list, Adios?
Put Q/Schlatt. I'd fuck off. Just roll the fucking wheel. Spin the wheel.
Man, no, wait. You need to put a bigger bottle on there because we're gonna need one.
I'm gonna need a bigger ball. One final one. Oh no, he's already done it.
No, yeah, what's up?
I was gonna say, put now go away.
I hope it's not too late
All
to
right.
now go
Are you ready
away.
to spin the wheel? Wait, put Count OF on the wheel. Yeah, let's get it to 30. Count OF, Peter Lane.
30.
There's
The Lightbringer, I like that one. All right, what's gonna be the final 30th one?
You care about light?
Someone said put QAnon, but I don't think that's funny enough. Guys, what's the last one?
Put LGBTQ on.
Okay.
It's QAnon.
It's you and finally
All right, we're
somebody
spinning it. Go!
Marchman March.
What's it gonna
as you
land
said.
on? Oh shoot! Fortnite Goku Eminem!
Yeah, I was. Oh, see, this is why I'm so good at gambling. I guessed it would be that.
We did it, guys. All right,
Okay,
so
that's
the
it.
real winner of the whole Bionicle countdown thing was Fortnite Goku versus.
Yeah, he's the best Bionicle set.
That sounds like a Lego system playset.
Fortnite Goku and Eminem.
Oh, that was great.
Get the chug jug.
Thanks for sticking with us for 3 hours and 12 minutes. Jeez.
Wow, thanks for
We-
sticking out your Rizzler for the gap.
Yep.
Janik, you're scatting, aren't you?
Wait, no, Homeland. Makoto should have been there. Dang.
Just the idea of going.
Well,
Reese.
next time we can do a bracket of all the stream highlight memes.
We should. Yeah, that's a fun idea.
Yeah, just that one should just be the mostly fan voting.
Yeah.
Yep.
Actually, that's true. Yeah. Okay. Are we done?
Yeah, I think that's good. Guys, if you have any last thoughts we should read in the chat. No, just kidding. We're not going to talk to you. Bye.
Bye.
Are you
Yes.
serious? Are you serious right now, bruh?
All right, now
We
that
are.
the stream's over, can we say the N word?
I hope it's not too late to say the N word.
But that's the thing I've been trying to get us to do for like ages. I just remembered it while we were on stream the bracket. I thought it was a good way to discuss and
Wait, I need to
argue
say
and
the
shit.
N word real quick.
I'm good.
Yeah, we're not done streaming yet. A good idea.
I can't
All right,
believe
now
you.
we're done streaming.
I can't believe you even